Thank you, Justin. It's great to be here today. Well, it took 6 months in the making, and after going through over 300 applications, over 50 presentations to the selection panel, 15 eminent jurors spending countless hours debating the merits of the entries, on the innovation quotient, on the impact generated, on the potential to scale, we have the game changers. Let us reflect on the entire journey with this short clip.
Artificial intelligence is the real technology defining the world today.
August 2020 study highlighted the tremendous socio-economic opportunity that data and AI present for India.
There are many AI innovations in India that are the catalyst of this transformation.
I know you're working on several AI applications that are game changing. It's now time to showcase those applications.
NASSCOM's new AI Game Changer program will recognize some of the best contributions to AI research and innovation.
Well, there you saw it, a video collage of the AI Game Changers program, which took over 6 months to develop. I'd now like to request Ms. Debjani Ghosh, President NASSCOM, in conversation with Mr. Anant Maheshwari, President Microsoft India, on the topic of scaling up AI adoption in India.
Hi everyone, and join me in welcoming an incredibly special guest, Anant Maheshwari, President of Microsoft India, for a very insightful conversation about the adoption of AI in India today. So Anand, I remember when we first approached you, saying that we're thinking about coming out with a game changer initiative that actually highlights implementation in India and impact in India. I remember the excitement that you had that we're shifting the conversation from potential to implementation and to impact, and how strongly you felt at that point in time about India, or the India story should be about implementation, should be about impact, and not just about potential. So Anand, here we are today. There is a lot of the response we have got to the initiative is just absolutely fabulous. But I want to take a minute to hear from you. How are you seeing India progress with respect to the adoption of AI? What, according to you, are some of the biggest incentives or propelling factors? And also, what are some of the challenges?
Thank you, Debjani, for having me on this forum. And again, this is so exciting to see how this initiative has developed and now such a movement it's become. We are very, very optimistic about the role of tech in shaping a better future for everyone. Now, Satya's quote that ours is not an industry that respects tradition, it only respects innovation. And that's the one that I think I will use as the centerpiece of answering that question and focus on innovation. Because I think that is the key central theme of how AI will be the game changer as we go forward. Now, for innovation ideas to succeed, We have to ensure there are 4 or 5 things that really need to happen around innovation. Number one, it has to be meaningful and bold. It must be available for others to build upon and drive both business and societal outcomes. Second, it has to be applied and scalable. So we must ensure that the next breakthroughs can really come from individuals and organizations from across industries that creatively build upon this foundation. Third, you mentioned this earlier, responsible and grounded in trust. As the capabilities, roles, and impact of tech advance, we are very mindful of the challenges that technology raises and develop and adopt very clear principles that guide people to build, use, and apply AI systems. And finally, it has to be inclusive. So innovation can only be meaningful when we consider the diverse needs, backgrounds, and experiences of people all over the world. Inclusion should not be an afterthought, it is really essential to innovation. So if you look at how it has progressed in the country, I think all of these 4 are beginning to happen. And we see these even in this current initiative as we are seeing. One point that enables all of this is skilling. So the point that I really want to make around skilling and innovation is that digital transformation, especially as we've seen in the pandemic, has really accelerated, and it has accelerated the demand for the tech-enabled jobs across every industry. And therefore, digital skills are needed not just in the tech industry, but they're needed in automotive, they're needed in healthcare, they're needed in retail, and so on, every industry. And therefore, no company can close this skills gap alone. I think we have to come together as an ecosystem, as we already have, led by NASSCOM, to really bring that whole skills innovation together. So I think to conclude, I would say we are very focused on empowering every person and every organization on the planet to achieve more. That's our mission. That's our North Star. And innovation is very core to this mission. I see the AI game changing initiative really driving that innovation forward. So very excited with it.
Absolutely. And Anand, as implementation picks up speed and we see more and more adoption and large scale implementation of technologies like AI, the need for responsible build, responsible use of technology like AI is becoming even more important. And this is now a growing voice within the industry. And Anand, you have been one of the most consistent voices on this topic, and you've been raising this in every NASSCOM meeting about the need to have a framework to ensure that we build and use technology responsibly. Um, are we doing enough? How do you see responsible AI gain importance in India? And what do you believe are some of the foundational challenges that we face?
So, Dejani, this is a very important topic. Thanks for bringing it up. I'm passionate about this one. Responsible AI is really a foundational block because AI has tremendous potential to empower people and institutions around the planet to do things better, to understand their customers more deeply, to share information more quickly, and enable scientific breakthroughs. So, there's so much potential with AI, but it can go wrong. If you want to maximize AI's potential and mitigate its risks, it has to be developed in a way that it is responsible and fosters trust. People will not use the technology that they don't trust. And therefore, you have to create this question for everyone, not what technology can do, but what technology should do. And I think that is a very important question. So, as creators, users, advocates of technology that we are, it is incumbent upon us to make really careful choices so that technology ultimately translates into the benefits and opportunities for all. So, we use 6 principles. And if I look at it from the lens of those 6 principles, I think there is progress being made on all, but a lot of distance to be covered on all of them as we keep moving forward. And these 6 principles are very simple. First is just fairness. AI should treat everyone fairly. It should be reliable and safe. So that's very important to start with. Privacy and security, third, is very critical because that's a fundamental right. Inclusiveness, we spoke a little bit about it. It has to empower everyone and engage people. Fifth, transparent. So transparency is very, very critical. It should be understood by all. And finally, accountability. So people who build it have to be really accountable for the AI systems that they're creating. So I think the NASSCOM AI Game Changers has really helped identify such AI stories which make an impact to society across sectors and verticals. And we're really proud to partner with NASSCOM in this journey. So huge congratulations, Debjani. I know this was an idea and you really got it to this point as a truly dream initiative, the AI Game Changers. I'd love to hear from you on your perspective of sustainability and inclusion in these awards.
Thank you, Anand. Not just for the kind words, but for the tremendous support that you and especially your team have provided us in every step of the way in this amazing journey that we've had. It's actually tremendously heartening to see the compelling categories emerge from the application pool, and not just sustainability and inclusion, which AI obviously stands to very positively impact, but we also saw AI solutions for problems that are unique to the current situation that the pandemic has brought us in. For example, AI for enabling contactless world, AI for fighting COVID. And, there are so many usage cases on work from home enablement, COVID-19 biomark detection, efficient use of IT towards energy savings, and management of ASD. I mean, such diverse topics, but all such important problems. And these examples prove just how perceptive the industry has become to the problems that human beings are currently facing, and how we are actually looking at technology to solve these problems and make lives better, which I believe, Anand, is the role that technology was designed in mind with. I mean, that should be the real role of technology. So it is very refreshing to see categories like sustainability get attention, inclusion. You've talked a lot about it. It is talked a lot about overall in the industry, but so much more to be done. And, it needs to become a common feature in showcasing what AI can do. We need to evangelize such usage cases for a more inclusive world. And Game Changer, I'm just so proud to say, that is a step in that right direction. So with that, thank you so much, Anand, for being a part of this discussion. It was absolutely wonderful to hear from you, to talk, you talking about these things resonate so well with us and what we at NASSCOM are planning to do. India's AI adoption story is beginning to make a mark on the world. I mean, of that, we are 100% sure, and we are tremendously proud. And we are delighted as NASSCOM to add to this process, to contribute to the process through programs like the AI Game Changers, with more than 300 applications of various US usage cases from different sectors, participation from academia, startup, enterprises, government. We're looking forward to find out the winners. This is going to be a tremendously interesting one. Stay tuned as the program unfolds. Thank you, Anand.
Thank you so much.
So then, this is the moment of reckoning. Without losing time, let me invite on stage members of our steering committee. And to give away the first set of awards, may I please welcome Rohini Srivats, National Technology Officer, Microsoft India. Rohini.
AI will play a pivotal role in the digital transformation of every industry sector. As a member of NASSCOM's AI Game Changers Steering Committee, I am delighted to announce the game changers in the following sectors.
The nominees in agriculture are RMSI Croplytics Private Limited, who are using AI and ML to monitor crop health and estimate yield. AgNext Technologies Private Limited. They are digitizing quality and accelerating trade. SatSure Analytics India Private Limited, whose SatSure Cygnus is a high revisit, all-weather optical virtual constellation for agricultural monitoring. And the winner is
AgNext Technologies Private Limited, use case digitizing quality and accelerating trade.
Congratulations to AgNext. Now on to our next category. The nominees in healthcare are Wipro Limited for AI-assisted drug repurposing, Prognostics InMed Private Limited for their volumetric analysis of the brain, Onward Assist for their timely and accurate reporting of cancer biopsies. The award goes to
Onward Assist, use case, timely and accurate reporting of cancer biopsy.
Congratulations, Onward Assist. Moving on to the next category. The nominees in FinTech are Karza Technologies Private Limited for their straight-through processing of KYC applications. Capital Quant Solutions Private Limited for their extraction and analysis of relevant information from unstructured financial documents. Wright Research and Capital Private Limited for their machine learning-driven investment solutions. And the winner is
Capital Quant Solutions Private Limited, use case, extraction and analysis of relevant information from unstructured financial documents.
Congratulations to Capital Quant Solutions.
Big congratulations to all the winners.
Thank you, Rohini, and congratulations to the winners. May I now invite Leena Valavalkar, Chief Innovation Evangelist of TCS, to announce the next set of Game Changers.
It was a privilege to be on the NASSCOM steering committee for the AI Gamechangers program and to see some very impactful AI solutions across India. I would like to announce the winners in the manufacturing, retail, CPG, and logistics industries.
The nominees in manufacturing are Eugenie Technologies Private Limited for their predictive industrial equipment diagnostics, Tiger Analytics for ML-powered digital twin streamlines predictive equipment maintenance, Switch On for AI-enabled quality inspection for precision manufacturing, Capgemini Technology Services India Limited for fuel fill and pilferage detection using telematics data for a large Indian automotive manufacturer. And the winner is
Switch On for the AI-enabled quality inspection for precision manufacturing.
Congratulations to Switch On. Now on to our next category. The nominees in retail and CPG are Applicate AI for AI-powered sales team assistant, Credence Analytics for the management of ML Ops in CPG trade promotions management, Streamoid Technologies for domain-optimized AI styling recommendations. And the award goes to
Credence Analytics in the retail and CPG domain for management of ML Ops in CPG trade promotions.
Congratulations, Credence Analytics. Moving on to the next category. The nominees in logistics are EXLService.com Private Limited for driving revenue and profitability growth for trucking companies in the US. Maersk Technology Center Bangalore for AI-based automated bookings. Mara Labs Incorporated for their shipment sorting with augmented geocoding. Bridge I2I Analytics Private Limited for their AI-driven sales beat and delivery route planning. And the winner is
EXLService.com in logistics for driving revenue and profitability growth for trucking companies in the US.
Congratulations to EXL.
Congratulations to all the winners.
Congratulations, friends, EXL Service and Switch On. Thank you, Leena. The excitement continues. My pleasure to invite Shrikant Velamakani, Group CEO, Fractal Analytics, to reveal another group of AI game changers.
We designed the AI Gamechangers initiative to recognize and encourage breakthrough results Indian teams are producing in the exciting world of AI. As part of the AI Gamechangers steering committee, I'm glad to announce the winners of the Public Services, COVID-19, and the Contactless World category.
The nominees in public services are Vadhvani Institute for Artificial Intelligence for their AI-based pest management, Tata Consultancy Services for their AI-based sanitation inspection system. And the winner is
Vadhvani Institute for Artificial Intelligence for their breakthrough work on AI-based pest management.
Congratulations to Vadhvani AI. Now on to our next category. The nominees in COVID-19 are the Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore for their rapid detection of COVID-19 biomarkers using laser Raman spectroscopy, machine learning, and AI methods. Docket Run Tech Private Limited for their AI-powered video analytics for COVID-19 safety enforcement. IBM India Private Limited for their Field Technician Virtual Assistant for COVID-19 frontline workers. Indegene for their Intelligent Safety Suite for pharmacovigilance of COVID-19 vaccines. The award goes to
IBM India Private Limited for their work on Field Technician Virtual Assistant for COVID-19 frontline workers.
Congratulations to IBM. Moving on to the next category. The nominees in AI for enabling a contactless world are eClerx Services Limited and Comcast Corporation for their tech for enabling work from home, productivity, security, and IT infrastructure. Jotter AI Private Limited for their AI-based draping system. AuthBridge Research Services for their Auth DKYC, an AI-powered digital KYC solution. And the winner is
Jotter.ai Private Limited for their work on AI-based draping system.
Congratulations to Jotter.ai.
Many congratulations to all the winners. Keep up the great work.
Congratulations again to Vadvani Institute, IBM India, and Jotter. Thank you, Shrikant, for the announcement. The three-stage selection process was rigorous, and we are deeply thankful to the members of the panel who helped us arrive at the final list. We asked them what the experience of judging the entries, and here is what they had to say.
The NASSCOM AI Gamechangers is a truly extraordinary initiative.
Decades ago, the science fiction writer Isaac Asimov laid down the 3 laws of robotics, envisioning very close interaction between artificial intelligence and robotics. Being a part of the selection panel for NASSCOM's AI Gamechangers event actually made me feel like I was a part of that fiction at this point in time, and the time for AI has arrived.
It was awesome to look at so many diverse use cases of AI implemented by various participants in the various enterprises.
None of the ideas were just on paper. Rather, all were up and running in production environment.
Everyone had a very, very strong business case and a very, very strong technical team which had implemented the AI models and algorithms and put it to play.
It was a great learning experience.
It brought together game-changing AI implementation which had high impact on clients, citizens, and enterprises.
The entries gave us very interesting insights.
If there's a cohort of applicants who demonstrated the art of the possible using the power of artificial intelligence, that must be this cohort of applicants.
I'm very excited about India's future, looking at bright talent developing such meaningful AI solutions and not scared of taking risks.
I think it's about time that we understand there's a lot happening in the country.
Being an entrepreneur is hard, and being an entrepreneur in a developing country is even more challenging.
So remember this, regardless of the outcome of this competition, by deciding to participate in this competition, you have already become a game changer.
May I request Professor Rishikesh Krishnan, Director, IIM Bangalore, to declare the winners in the category Technology and Sectoral Adoption.
I'm delighted to have been associated with the NASSCOM AI Gamechangers initiative. This is a much needed effort to attract and encourage some of the best players in the AI space in India. Let me now introduce you to some of the award winners.
The nominees in computer vision are Talk AI for their AI in video tech and AI for live video analysis. Affine Analytics Private Limited for their vision-based quality management system. Meg Computing for their PPE compliance, intrusion detection, inventory loss prevention, and smart surveillance. And the winner is
Torch.ai with a use case of AI in video tech, AI for live video analysis.
Congrats to Talk.ai. Now on to our next category. The nominees in NLP are PolicyBazaar.com, AI for contact center for analyzing sales and service related calls. IIT Madras for Samanantar, a translation corpora and models for the next billion users. The Math Company for their intelligence scientific document inference tool. Extractful AI for automated business intelligence extraction from unstructured documents. The award goes to
IIT Madras, the use case of Samanantar translation corpora and models for the next billion users.
Congratulations to IIT Madras. Moving on to the next category. The nominees in education are Devanagari for their Devanagari platform and AI-powered translation of education content in Indian languages. Jungru Learning Private Limited for Jungru Adaptive Assessments. Learning Matters for their autonomous and AI voice teacher for the next billion population. And the winner is
Jungru Learning Private Limited with a use case of Jungru Adaptive Assessments.
Congratulations to Jungru Learning.
My congratulations and best wishes and appreciation to all the winners. Thank you.
Compliments to Talk AI, IIT Madras and Jungru Learning. Thank you, Professor Krishnan. To announce the final set of game changers, let me request Rohini Shiwatz to do the honors.
I am happy to announce the following game changers as part of the topical category.
The nominees and AI adopters are Group Data and Analytics from Aditya Birla Group for democratizing safety in a manufacturing plant. Mercedes-Benz Research and Development India for their AI-enabled UI for car interiors. Max Life Insurance Company Limited for Vox, their speech AI system. ICICI Bank for their AI document cognitive solution. And the winner is
Group Data and Analytics, Aditya Birla Group, use case democratizing safety in a manufacturing plant.
Congratulations to Aditya Birla Group. Now on to our next category. The nominees for sustainability are Vigyan Labs Innovations Private Limited for AI PowerMind engine to enhance IT sustainability. Mahindra Teco Private Limited for recommending the best PV module prioritization for cleaning and the dollar value of loss using artificial intelligence. Coastal Aquaculture Research Institute for aquaculture pond risk mitigation using computer vision. The award goes to
Vigyan Labs Innovations Private Limited, use case AI PowerMind engine to enhance IT sustainability.
Congratulations to Vigyan Labs. Moving on to the next category. Nominees for inclusion are Achla Healthcare Private Limited for Jojo, an elderly care assistive robot. Yabex for extending financial inclusion for the unbanked. SM Learning Skills Academy for Special Needs Private Limited for their end-to-end digital ASD management. Continual Engine Private Limited for automating alternative text generation for STEM images using AI. And the winner is
SM Learning Skills Academy for Special Needs Private Limited, use case end-to-end digital ASD management.
Congratulations to SM Learning.
Congratulations to all the winners.
Presenting the AI Game Changers for 2021.
We started Touch with a vision to bring artificial intelligence solutions to the video tech industry.
Result, ML Works, an end-to-end autonomous model management platform.
At Vigyan Labs, we develop US and India patented AI-driven AI PowerMind.
Jordan is specialized to do image operations by using deep learning techniques.
Jungru replicates the role of an oral examiner in finding at a very micro level what the student knows and does not know and builds customized, personalized learning paths.
We at Capital Quant Solutions are helping banks and financial institutions extract information from dark pools of complex, unstructured sources.
Advani AI has developed a solution which is simple, uses smartphone and gives village level alerts to the farmers in real time, giving them the right time to spray and how much to spray.
At Onward Assist, we focused on improving cancer treatment outcomes by simplifying the process of cancer diagnosis.
Cogniable is an online artificial intelligence-based platform for early detection and intervention of autism.
We at Switch On have built an AI-powered quality inspection system for manufacturing industries.
We empower agribusinesses to make their food trade practices better, fairer, and transparent.
Our AI game changer solution, RevLift, plugs revenue leakage for transportation companies.
IBM Watson AI technology that automated and accelerated the responses to queries in multiple languages.
in our work, Samanantar, to extract sentences from scanned government documents.
A Veda platform with its computer vision capability can identify from the CCTV feeds if a person is not wearing safety equipment or entering a restricted area, and so on.
We are grateful to NASSCOM for giving us the opportunity to showcase the work that we've been doing on a platform such as the AI Gamechangers.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, NASSCOM, for providing us this opportunity. We look forward to working together for the greater good of humanity. Thank you.
Congratulations to all the winners for this fantastic achievement. You inspire us. My thanks are also due to the members of the steering committee, selection panel for taking time out for today's ceremony. Moving forward, through the course of this Game Changers program, we have been inspired by the contributions made by government entities in driving the AI for India mission. May I invite Ms. Devjani Ghosh to announce the true standout stories by the government.
India's sharp focus on AI as one of the key drivers of change for the country is just tremendously exciting and inspiring. With the right digital infrastructure coming into play, the focus on policy reforms, there is no better time than now to be innovating in India, for India, and of course for the world. And when it comes to innovation, innovating for impact, for mass scale impact, leading the way is none other than the government of India, with not just a strong focus on impacting millions of lives, but also championing the cause of responsible use of AI that is truly inclusive in every possible way. Given how the government has evangelized the adoption of AI over the past few years, it's no surprise that we have received some amazing government use cases under this initiative. Today, I'm thrilled and privileged to be giving away the recognition of Exemplar to some of these solutions that have role model scale and impact. And we have not one, but 3 exemplars that we are facilitating today. Our first innovation use case is from the Tamil Nadu e-governance agency for their AI-based cataract detection system that has been rolled out to more than 14 districts, screening thousands of citizens and poised to impact 20 million residents of the state, age 50 plus, who are most susceptible to developing cataract. Congratulations to the entire team for developing a tremendously useful solution and something that can be easily scaled across every single state of India.
Now, cataract is responsible for almost 70% of the blindness caused in India. Early detection and removal of cataract can seriously help in someone retaining their vision. Now, cataract screening can only be done by trained medical professionals. And since there are only 12,000 plus ophthalmologists in India, screening for cataract becomes really tough in the rural areas of India. To solve this problem, Teenega has launched an intelligent mobile application called eParvai. Now, eParvai can be used by the field workers to screen people in the rural areas by just simply clicking their eye images, where the AI can classify whether the person has cataract or does not have cataract immediately. The eParvai app is currently being used by the Tamil Nadu State Controlled Blindness Society. Since the launch in Feb 2021, it has been rolled out in more than 14 plus districts in Tamil Nadu, and more than 1300 plus patients have been screened till now. The eParvai app is aimed to impact the lives of more than 2 crore plus residents in Tamil Nadu. Thank you.
The second use case is from a state that announced 2020 as the year of AI and has not looked back since then. This is the state of Telangana, and the iTech department has used AI to achieve real-time crowd density estimation and monitoring. This use case was deployed by the Telangana government during the Medaram Jatra, Asia's largest tribal festival that sees a gathering of 10 million plus devotees at one site, and also a T20 cricket match. Now, as all of you will know, crowd management in India has always been a huge challenge. And this use case has immense potential, especially in today's times when we need to monitor social distancing and COVID appropriate behavior whenever there is a public gathering. Congratulations to the entire team of Telangana for coming up with an amazingly innovative use case and solution that again has tremendous potential for scale across India.
So in Telangana, we have started using an AI-enabled solution to estimate crowds and give proper inputs to the concerned agencies. We have started working with a company called Aviros, which was again selected through large number of applicants, and their solutions were deployed in a cricket match and also in a religious festival. And we found that the solutions which they gave were very practical, very simple, and became very user friendly for all the user departments, particularly the police. This solution can use both video feed from existing CCTV cameras as well as drone capture, and can be deployed very, very quickly.
2020 was the year that redefined the word crisis. The pandemic swept through the world, and there was so much of uncertainty created by information, by the misuse of information, as there was all kinds of information floating around, creating panic, creating, frankly, a lot of confusion. Our final exemplar use case is from MyGov India, which in an extremely short period of time built the MyGov Corona Help Desk, MyGov Corona Hub, and MyGov Sathi. And within 2 weeks of launch, they topped 10 million users. Today, the count stands at nearly 40 million users, with language localization as a key driving factor. The impact was the ability to communicate the key facts in a no-nonsense way to every single citizen, to separate the facts from noise and help citizens to deal with the healthcare crisis that everyone was facing. My huge congratulations to the entire MyGov team led by Abhishek. Again, a brilliant example of impact and a brilliant example of how AI can be used for scale.
A time when the nation required authentic information and to bust myths and to fight fake news about COVID-19, MyGov introduced the MyGov Corona Help Desk, a chatbot on WhatsApp.
The help desk became the voice of truth to counter every misinformation being spread online. This AI-based help desk addressed all citizen queries related to COVID-19. MyGov Corona Help Desk was conceptualized, developed and rolled out within 5 days. It enabled the citizens to get the latest information on Corona at their fingertips. With easy-to-understand information in the form of text, graphics and videos, it became the single source of reliable information for citizens. MyGov Corona Help Desk became an instant hit among the citizens. Here are some of its dynamic features. It is AI-driven, API-driven, secure, scalable and hosted in cloud. It is integrated with 13 state chatbots.
We often believe that best innovation comes from the industry, but these three use cases have just a glimpse of how central and state governments are leveraging technologies and AI to reimagine citizen services. Exciting times ahead as we see the kind of innovation that is happening across all sectors. And once again, my congratulations to all three exemplars for leading the way to show us how technologies like AI can be used for real impact and for improvement of human lives. Thank you.
Congratulations to all the winners, and thank you, Devjani. The Game Changers program saw a host of promising submissions. There were some that came really close, and we call them the challenges. Here is a list of the challenges and the special mentions.
Here's a look at this year's AI Challengers and special mentions. Continual Engine Private Limited, RMSI Cropolitics Private Limited, Learning Matters, Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, Kharza Technologies Private Limited, Maersk Technology Center, Bangalore, Extractful.ai, Eugenie Technologies Private Limited, Applicate AI, eClerx Services and Comcast Corporation, Mahindra Teco Private Limited, Max Life Insurance Company Limited, Triple IT Hyderabad, -0. Thank you for participating in this edition of AI Game Changers.
The larger idea behind the AI Game Changers program was to offer insights into the development of some of the most promising AI solutions in the country in form of a compendium. I'm delighted to invite Ms. Debjani Ghosh for the most coveted part of this evening to unveil the compendium for 2021.
I feel tremendously optimistic about India's AI journey as we unveil the 2021 edition of the NASSCOM AI Gamechangers Compendium, showcasing 50 brilliant use cases across 15 categories along topical, sectoral, and technological lines. The program has seen such enthusiastic participation from every single sector, be it startups, enterprises, academia, and government. And the kind of innovation we have seen across every single sector, kind of innovation we have seen in every single use case that we have received is just inspiring to say the least. Across sectors, we are seeing innovation move towards people-led innovation, towards innovation for impact, where we see startups, enterprises, educational institutes, and government departments leveraging the power of AI to solve for some of the mega challenges that's facing us and that we haven't been able to solve till now. The race to AI leadership is just beginning, and it is a marathon for sure. It is definitely not a sprint. I'm excited about the compendium, the NASSCOM AI Game Changers Compendium, documenting India's journey to global leadership year after year, with focus on impact, with focus on scale, and more than anything else, with focus on responsible and inclusive use of AI. Thank you very much.
We've kept you busy through the evening, Debjani. Thanks a lot for doing this. And as the felicitation ceremony draws to a close, I'd like to thank all our participants, members of the selection panel, steering committee, and our esteemed sponsors, Microsoft and Deloitte, without whose support this program would just not have been possible. I'll be failing in my duty if I did not make a mention of the incredible program team consisting of Supriya, Rima, Sudeep, Jibu, Bhaskar, led very ably by Asana in trying to put their weight behind in the last 6 months making this possible. This is Nehanshu signing off. Till the next edition, see you around in 2022 for another edition of the AI Game Changers. Goodbye and good luck.